You will never regret your acts of courage.
Okay, so the goal was to meet at least 10 people. Sorry. You're good. And I've already introduced myself to one person, so it's already more than times 100 of yesterday. So I'm excited. Got to hear Gary Vee's speech at stage 1. That's where we're at. Very excited, very excited. Also, I'm kind of still waking up, but I'm realizing I have more social energy in the morning than I do at like 4 in the afternoon, which is when I came in yesterday. It's a good note for me to know about myself.
Fashion show about a year ago, so we connected and came up with a collaboration idea with
Another one of my favorite definitions of hospitality. Hospitality is being creative and intentional in pursuit of relationships.
I'm flipping through and I saw this thing on social media. This is called a proto, and if you go on social media, on Instagram, it's proto hologram. And this guy, David Nussbaum, who's here, I'll bring him up in a second. David Nussbaum, I saw this hologram. How amazing am I? So now I can be all over the world, but we could do that live, you know, and I can speak in any language, I can do
I feel like this is the most New York thing ever. Perspective pigeons. I really wanted one of these hats. They sold out so fast. I feel like all of this stuff is just like a blueprint of what you can do with social media. And I don't know if I'll have all of this stuff like a comic book, all these like NFTs of characters that are cartoons or like empathetic elephant and stuff, but it's just cool that this is possible and how this brings people together. I've been really inspired and entertained by all the speakers today. Still checking these things out. Gotta put myself out there and actually meet some people.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, let's go.
Just got back to the hostel. I'm gonna chill for a little bit because I've been up since 6 and it's 12 and I just want to like decompress, maybe nap, maybe edit as well. My current guilty pleasure is Ballers with Chris Rock. I'm also queuing up some YouTube videos for me to watch. Get back from not the conference but my friend's birthday thing that I'm gonna go to. I'm very much enjoying not being around all those people right now. Recuperating my energy. Alright, I am rested, re-energized. I'm gonna head back, hopefully introduce myself to some people. I've still only made one friend. I didn't even make that connection in terms of like getting their contact info. So I'm gonna force myself to meet some people today, or this afternoon. Let's go.
Still think I'm a star. I walked around downtown. I met some fans all off of it.
Alright, just got back to my hostel, and my friend's birthday party thing is tonight, so I'm getting ready for that. Just, you know, freshening up a little bit after being out and about all day. Okay, I did not just like use this wipe on my tattoo, so we're good. Day 2 was good. I was still too shy to make more than 2 like acquaintances with people, but it was still a really good experience, and I still left like very much inspired. The first speaker of the day was this I'll put his name here, but he's a restaurant like owner, like manager guy, and he just had like this really awesome insight where one size fits one. So like no matter what you're doing and you know the audience you're trying to reach, you really got to focus on like customizing things for people and making their experiences unique. So for this restaurant, you know, they would just think outside the box to make their people, like make their clients, the people that were eating at the restaurant, feel special. So like if they were getting engaged at their restaurant, they would give the glassware that they serve for their champagne as a gift in like a nice box for that couple. And they'd always have that as like a remembrance, you know? I just love that, you know, trying to find unique ways to give people one-on-one value and make them feel present, like you're there in the room with them and not just trying to sell them a product. I also really love the Lewis Howes interview. I love that guy. The School of Greatness is one of my inspirations for my future podcast, Creating Your Conditions. But that here, he said that a person who prioritizes their inner child and their future self is like a real whole person. Actually, I'm gonna look up the exact quote because I want to get right. So he said, we should all strive to protect and serve our inner child, because when that inner child is taken care of, our current self and our future self are. And that is an understated like thing to do, especially in the entrepreneurial like hustle and grind business world. In order to really grow your business, you have to know who you are so that you can lead the people that are on this journey with you. And I love that. Still processing a lot of thoughts, but those are like 2 of the biggest ones that I took away for today. So I'll see y'all tomorrow because I'm going to go to my friend's birthday thing. Maybe I'll take videos of some of it, but I'm not going to vlog the rest of the night. Peace. So it is 9:30 and this is I got up at like 8:30 and then I stayed on my phone for a little bit. I got back from my friend's birthday thing at like 2:30 and then I slept at like 3-ish. So this is the latest I've slept in several months. It was really interesting going out and not being drunk. Like I was very tempted to drink because my friend really likes tequila, but that was my drink of choice when I was drinking. But it was a really good time. We went to this place called Break Room 86, which I'd been to with this friend before, and this other place called Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which is a really cool club. They played amazing music all night, and they have this little stage, and they surprise you by like having these roller skaters like perform on that stage, and I was like, wow, that's incredible. That was really cool. And I'm now eating the cost of being late by missing like one of the first speakers. But today is gonna be a pretty long day. Like, I plan to be at the conference the whole time until 6 or 5:30 or whenever it ends, and then I'm gonna go out for a little bit, get out of the conference for a little bit, and then come back at 7:30 because T-Pain and Sweetie are gonna perform. I'm not gonna miss that, you know? It's a good incentive to keep people through all of Sunday. But yeah, it's a long day, so I'm not too upset that I'll like miss part of the morning. Right now I'm packing up, getting my stuff, and also this light keeps turning off because this towel is here, so this thing keeps thinking that you don't need to leave the light on, but I need the light on. So I'm packing up my stuff, my cubby, my shoes. I will say I used everything I wore, or I used almost everything I brought except for a book, and I always bring a book just in case. I use my phone a lot since I was like back and forth and had downtime at the conference. I definitely didn't need a physical book because when I came back here I was like exhausted anyway. Also good to know is that I didn't realize till like I got there on Friday that you can take your water bottles in, but I also don't like carrying this around. Even though it's pretty small, I got it because I want to be able to carry it in like events easily. I don't know if I'll take it because they have cups anyway, like paper cups that I can use. I'm very tired from, and also my voice, like they're screaming, a lot of jumping. Actually, it's a good idea, not jumping, but stretching out before I head out because it's probably the last time I'll have like floor that I can actually like stretch out on. I'm gonna do that first. I'm just thinking about how shitty I would feel if I had drank. I'm gonna text my friend and see how they feel. And I'll be like, I am not jealous of it. I also realize I really miss going out, and as long as you have a good group, it's a good time. There's me and one other person that didn't drink and is sober too. And it was kind of nice having like one person like in alliance with you, and also everyone being like super chill and not pressuring me to drink. So that was cool. But I did miss going out. Like, I really miss dancing in public, and I haven't been to a dance class in a long time. I need to correct that. It was just nice to like vibe with people, just be there to have a good time. I think people assume that just because like I don't drink anymore, I'm not gonna want to go out, but I really like going out. The other thing is also that I don't have a lot of friends that like going out. I was always the friend that was like, let's go. I guess I can find other ways to do that and just do it, and then everyone like else buys their drinks and beverages, and I just chill, and I'm there for the vibes. Good stretches. Only piece of clothing I didn't use was one item of underwear. I don't know if you really need to know that, but I told you anyway. Doesn't smell too bad, I might wear that again today. These definitely not today, so. Oh, so the book that I didn't get to read was Bestiary, and I'm reading this with my work book club. It's a really funky novel. I'm not really sure what I'm getting out of it yet, other than it's about digging through your family's past. Also, I just put all of my clothes in my Peak Design bag here. You zip up the top while it's expanded. Still expanded, and then you compress it. And it looks like that. It fits really nicely into my backpack, which is dope. Oh, there's a pair of socks that I won at Under Armour's basketball game thingamajiggy. really clutch item of the day was probably just my TSA lock and this little carabiner, which is a tiny version of my regular day-to-day carabiner. So during the conference, I had the TSA key and my earplugs that I use for when I go out to events clipped on there. Very handy. Yeah, my carabiner is probably, I have like 4 carabiners and they're all different sizes. That's probably my favorite travel addition lately. I have like a reusable pack. Okay, found it. Alright, so I'm stuffing my backpack because I'm gonna put that in my car while I go to the conference. I could leave it at the hotel, but I don't really see the point of me coming back here. Famous last words, I'm sure. It's my packable bag, also always a favorite because I always use it when I travel. My shorts in here in case I want to change later. Some wipes in case I want to freshen up, which I probably will. My snackies. I'll probably bring my peanut butter. I was not planning to wear my hat, or I was not planning to do my hair. I would just wear my hat all day, but I kind of want to not be in a hat. I looked down on the floor and I was like, all 3 of my shoes, so my flip-flops and then 2 pairs of shoes are still there. I was like, straight up almost forgot to pack all of that. I'm gonna do that now. I'm all packed up, but I forgot to do a fit check, and I really like my outfit today. Fanny pack. My water bottle strapped to it. Bag. A bag. The best thing about my outfit is that I didn't do anything to my hair except for like put my hand through it. So pit stop to Smart and Final because I need breakfast. It's only 2:50. This burrito is terrible, and I think it's because it's cold. I probably should have looked a little harder to find a microwave, but we're out here.
In 2009, we launched Beats. So I was
What's up, fam? Looks like there's been some mad, exciting breakdancing drama at the Paris 2024 Olympics. You know, breakdancing.
Wow, the vernacular is amazing.
We've seen some wild moments. So, Australia's e-girl Reagan, real name Rachel Gunn, took the internet by storm with her brief but impactful performance.
Wow, with a meme.
The real buzz came with some drama from the Aussie side. There's a young breaker, Jeff Joy Attack Dunn, who got pretty much taken out by France's b-boy Danny Dan during the round robin phase. It was a brutal 18, 0 defeat, plus Canada's b-boy Phil Wizard clinched the inaugural Olympic men's breaking gold.
Hey, yo, I got a song for y'all. Y'all ready for this?
And yet, if you ask me the character that most needs to have shine at the end of VCon 3, it's this. But what you say to yourself when you jump in real life or metaphorically is a very fascinating thing. So many of you need to jump, and you're scared of what will go wrong without realizing what will go wrong will just require adaptability for you to go back. The fear of going backwards after you jumped is something that I am so fascinated by. As if the people in the crowd judging your misstep have anything to actually do with your life. You're scared that if you lose, you have to go backwards, when in reality, you're already backwards. Do you understand? Well, you're already fucking backwards. You're already stuck. You want it. And yet you can't jump. And courage should be applauded. Courage needs to be understood. And courage's relationship with adaptability is a very big deal.
Okay, so the official conference part is over, and I'm sitting in my car because I wanted to freshen up, drop off some stuff in my car, and then I'm gonna get myself some food, probably another salad from Smart and Final because I'm cheap. I just want to talk about Gary Vaynerchuk. He's an incredible leader, and he's the kind of public figure that I think everybody should strive to be because he's humble, and he teaches us all to be humble. There's a bus stopped right next to my car, and now I feel awkward recording. But I do really believe that Gary's the kind of leader we need to be like because he's so encouraging of everybody. He wants us all to succeed. And I asked him for advice on how to be courageous. And he essentially said that I have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable with the things I can't control for the next 2 years of my life. I basically gave him a description of what's happening. And yeah, I was like, yeah, that's probably the timeline. And he's like, well, the 33-year-old version of yourself, because I told him I was 31, just the ease with which he was able to pick up on what I meant and what I was trying to ask him. And I could have asked this guy literally anything about business, scaling my life, scaling my hobbies and my passions, but I already know what he's gonna say about all that. Like, that's all accessible on the internet. His encouragement of experimenting and striving and prioritizing your happiness with a practical mindset is already something everyone's seen him talk about. But I needed him to talk to me about being courageous. I asked about courageousness because I got this signed by him, but I actually went to the collector area and I got this thing. It is a courageous cockatoo. It's one of his cartoons. It is a collectible card as well as NFTs in the making. Okay, don't quote me on that NFTs because I don't know a lot about NFTs. That one stood out to me, and that's why I asked him about courage. Because up until I saw that card, I was gonna ask him about like nonprofits and how I can provide a value proposition to the audience of nonprofits. And instead, I decided to ask about courage because that's actually what I need right now. I need courage. And he was humble enough of a leader to really give me a sense of that. And I'm really grateful. Someone with that level of success and wisdom, for him to see my humanity and see what I'm going through as like just as validated of an experience, but also just part of my growth as a person, it just meant a lot to be seen. And he talked about that too. He was like, a lot of stuff is gonna come up. Like, it is literally gonna dig deep into you and you're gonna have to confront it. I was like, you're right, Gary, you're right. So just a lot of appreciation for this guy. And I feel really driven to do more good and to pass this kindness along when I can. Maybe that's today, maybe that's several years from now, but that's what a leader should teach us to do, is to act boldly and to embolden others in that process too. So I'm gonna go find some food, and then I'm gonna go watch T-Pain and Saweetie. Yeah, oh, I'm sleepy. It's been a good few days. It's time for me to go home, process, decompress. VCon was an absolutely incredible experience. The biggest lesson has been we are responsible for each other, not in the sense that like we have obligations to do X, Y, and Z, but we should have standards in which we maintain connection to one another. and prioritize human well-being over our individual needs. And that's what ultimately I got out of this. And a lot more, honestly, about if you stuck out this long. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.